From the John C. Hinch Production Art Studios, it's Midstate Magazine with your hosts, Ricky Hendon and Melody Mercado. The latest news with Danielle Hemsky and Aaron Morden. Sports with Katrina Baumgartner and reporter Katie Crowley. Jalen Cook brings us State of the Arts. Kyle Peck reviews the movies in Get Real. Taylor Hurnett takes us about town. Chardonnay Mason reviews what's good in Let's Eat. Anna Tassi reviews the music scene in On the Beat. Jackie Myers is in the spotlight with current celebs. Emma Heth goes out with the street team. And Jenna Amico takes us backstage with About Crew. And now, from America's friendliest city, Midstate Magazine, with your hosts Ricky Hendon and Melody Mercado. Take it away, kids.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the John C. Hinch Studios for another edition of Midstate Magazine. I'm your host, Ricky Hendon.
And I am Melody Mercado.
Melody, always good to see you again. This is actually my favorite time of year because it is spring and it's starting to get nice out. So tell me what you love about spring.
Honestly, the thing I most look forward to spring is wearing flip-flops and not wearing my winter coat or seeing snow on the ground. Being completely honest.
It's a huge transition there. And also this time of the year, it's April, which is Autism Awareness Month, which is the reason why I'm wearing blue right now. My senior public relations group, Brave Relations, held a campaign for autism where we partner with Hy-Vee and Easter Seals, basically to raise awareness for it because it's the month and just to get knowledge out there. So what do you know about autism, Melody?
I don't know anything specifically, but my best friend attends NIU, and she's a special educations major, and her herself is also trying to spread awareness on her campus.
Really? Well, that's great to hear because there's a lot that people need to know about. Our campaign specifically is called the Autism Appetite. So we talk about the nutritional aspect of a disease, or of the disorder, I should say, and how important it is for those people to get the things that they need. So Hy-Vee is a great resource because they have this health foods market where if you have any allergies, you know exactly what's in everything, and it can help you out. So.
Awesome. Well, now it's time to check in with the news team.
Good evening, and welcome to Midstate Magazine. I'm Aaron Morden.
And I'm Danielle Hemsky. Let's take a look at the news.
A battle is brewing between Spanish-speaking Republican candidate Marco Rubio and potential candidate Jeb Bush for the American Latino vote for the 2016 presidential candidates. The voting power of the Latino Americans has been steadily increasing and is projected to be one of the most crucial voting blocs for the Republican Party in the 2016 elections. Both candidates are from Florida. Republican activists and donors reportedly feel divided over which candidate to support, and projections indicate that a split in the party could cost the Republicans the presidential race altogether.
The Peoria Area Chamber of Commerce and the Pediatric Resource Center is sponsoring a public service campaign on Peoria Radio last Tuesday at 7:30 a.m. The announcement will begin with 30 seconds of a baby crying in the early hours of the morning, followed by a voice that warns listeners of the dangers of shaking babies. The Pediatric Resource Center is a service provider for the University of Illinois College of Medicine at Peoria.
The warming of the seas pose a problem for popular North Sea fish, including those used in fish and chips. According to Science Daily, in the last 40 years, the North Sea has warmed 4 times faster than the global average, and further warming is predicted over the coming century. Fisheries scientists project fish such as haddock, plaice, and lemon sole to become less common in our menus in the near future due to global warming. And future warming will cause cold water fish to become more and more rare.
Federal authorities recently joined the investigation of a Chicago police officer who shot an African-American teenager 16 times last October. Corporation Counsel Stephen Patton recommended for the City Council's Finance Committee a settlement of $5 million, while lawyers for the family initially sought $16 million. The teen was shot outside a fast food restaurant on the southwest side of Chicago after police responded to a call about a man wielding a gun. Dashboard camera footage is among the evidence being investigated by federal authorities.
A Holocaust survivor visited a Peoria synagogue to share her story. A 91-year-old Dora Zaydenweber recalled her experience being forced into concentration camps, including Auschwitz, giving details of her family's life as well as her own and of working in the camps. Since her liberation, she has been working to translate her father's diaries into Yiddish. She was also interviewed by her grandson, Jonah Newman, at Congregation Anshayemuth on Sunday evening.
A former prison guard, Carl Cannon, started a youth outreach program in Peoria called Elite. Barrett Nickel has the story.
Carl Cannon is a former corrections officer who was on the fast track to becoming a warden, until one day he had a revelation.
I was good at keeping them in. That day I wanted to be good at keeping them out. God spoke to me, and I've been working that lane ever since. Going into schools talking to youth about choices and consequences.
Carl now runs a youth outreach program called Elite that empowers at-risk youths in Peoria by giving them the knowledge and tools they'll need to enter into the job market.
Elite is, simply said, it's behavior control. We control behavior so that teachers can teach. It started about 10 years ago when there was a crime surge in this city, and the crime involved high school age youth.
Elite has seen outstanding success rates and has expanded throughout schools in the Peoria area. The program was later expanded to help adults coming out of prison re-enter society.
Across the board, the GPA went up 70%. Across the board, the disciplinary rate went down 70%. Behavior was coming under control, and the kids were experiencing success.
What does Elite mean to you?
Elite means to me is hope to the hopeless, to educate and empower our kids for today. Thank God for a man like Carl Cannon, who got a revelation, who was in the prison system for 20 years as a guard. But if you know how to keep them in, then we got to know how to keep them out. And that's where Elite comes in, to raise a generation of youth that not incarcerated, that's not stigmatized, but that they have a chance like everybody else does.
District 150 schools are in a financial deficit, so programs that are proven to be effective like Elite are in danger of disappearing. If you would like to make a donation, you can do so by going to eliteyp.org. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Barrett Nickel.
Now let's go to Bob for sports.
Thanks, Danielle. The NBA has rescinded a technical foul against Russell Westbrook, meaning the league's leading scorer will not face an automatic one-game suspension while the Thunder battle for a playoff spot. The league's decision will allow Westbrook to play against the Trail Blazers on Monday, one day after he was called for a technical foul in Oklahoma City's loss to the Pacers. It was Westbrook's 16th technical foul of the season, which would have resulted in an automatic one-game suspension. Blackhawks forward Patrick Kane, who suffered a fractured left clavicle nearly 7 weeks ago, is expected to play against the Nashville Predators in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Coach Joel Quenneville commented on Monday. Kane, who participated in his first full contact team practice Monday, could play as early as Game 1 tonight. He suffered the injury February 24th and was given a 12-week timetable to return after undergoing surgery February 25th. Kane wouldn't commit to the game, playing in Game 1, but he was optimistic about playing in the first round series. Freshman Allie Scaccia tied for second to post her second straight top 5 finish in golf. The Bradley women's golf team finished third in the final team standings at the Indiana State Spring Invitational Monday in the final tournament for the Braves before next week's Missouri Valley Conference. Scaccia was the top performer for Bradley in Monday's final round, carding a second round 75 as she tied Indiana State's Amanda Smith for second in the individual standings at 149 at the Par 72 Country Club at Terre Haute. After tying for fifth at last week's Bradley Invitational, Scaccia finished one shot behind individual medalist Marissa Uradomo of Indiana State, who finished at 148 after a final round 76. That's all for sports. Back to you, Danielle.
Thanks, Bob. Bradley's theater department's production of As You Like It opens April 16th. The showings takes place on April 16th through the 26th, Thursdays through Saturdays at 8 p.m. and Sundays at 2:30 p.m. Joel Strubar has the story.
The Bradley University Theater Department is gearing up for their rendition of Shakespeare's classic comedy, As You Like It.
The world no injury, for in it I have nothing.
As You Like It it's really an ensemble piece. On the one hand, it's the story of Rosalind and Orlando, but it's full of a cast of interesting characters. There's a lot of interesting arguments, and it challenges us to kind of take everybody's side at some point in the play.
The world esteemed thy father honorable, but I find him mine enemy.
Guest director Kevin Rich is also the artistic director of the Illinois Shakespeare Summer Festival and hopes that his time at Bradley will create future opportunities for students.
I really like this environment. I find these students incredibly smart and bright. I'm really interested in the intersection of academic and professional, and we bring on a lot of college students as interns. This is opening a door, creating a pipeline between Bradley and the Illinois Shakespeare Festival that I think is good for us and good for Bradley.
But Kevin didn't always enjoy Shakespeare.
I didn't like Shakespeare when I first read it in high school, just like most of the rest of the country. I was like, this is old-timey stuff. It wasn't until I saw it performed and these 6 actors were playing all the parts and they were speaking directly to the audience, and it felt like this totally fresh new way to do Shakespeare.
A freshness that he hopes to bring to Bradley Theater.
The way that we do Shakespeare over at the Illinois Shakespeare Festival and the aesthetic that I've brought here to this production has been to sort of blow the cobwebs off of, Shakespeare. There's a lot of audience interaction, there's live music, there's characters playing multiple parts. It's a really lively production. If you ever want to see a Shakespeare play, this is the way to see it.
From Midstate Magazine, I'm Jenna Amico.
That's all for News for the Week. I'm Bob Jacobs.
I'm Aaron Morden.
And I'm Dil Chaimski. Have a great night and be sure to join us next week.
Thanks, news team.
Real quick, Melody, just to finish up about autism. If you want to help the cause, you can always go to Easter Seals and donate, or if you want to get some resources, you can volunteer, because they're a great organization that helps with a lot of different childhood disabilities. So.
For sure. Another thing I wanted to touch on today is the suspension of ESPN reporter Britt McHenry. She has been suspended for a week after a video has surfaced of her being verbally abusive towards a tow truck worker.
Yeah, I heard about this. A lot of people were talking about it, and a lot of people are really upset. I mean, because I heard, you might know more about it than I do, that she talked about her weight or a couple of different personal things like that.
She was just honestly being terrible. She commented she was smarter and better than this lady because she had a college education, because she was on TV.
Oh, no.
She commented on this person's weight, and she commented on her lack of good physical appearance.
That's absolutely terrible. So what do you think that they should do about that?
I think they should fire her.
Really?
I feel like there are other people that can do a much better job and that are just generally better people.
I think that just goes to show in this day and age with everybody having phones and cameras, just watch what you say. Or there's always the alternative of not being
a terrible person.
All right. Now let's see where they take us this week on About Town.
Staying in Peoria over the summer and looking for a place that offers an amazing concert experience? Why don't you check out the Limelight Eventplex, where hot bands come to play all the time.
This is a place where you can see major national touring artists in a very, relatively speaking, intimate setting, up close and personal, so to speak.
At the Limelight, there's a variety of music for everyone to enjoy.
We have everything from country artists to rock artists to blues to funk shows, bluegrass, just about any type of genre you can possibly imagine. We either had it here or it's coming.
Limelight offers deals on food, drinks, and amazing shows. You can find out more about their concerts and events on their website below.
But go to limelightpeoria.com. All of the shows are on there. And if you come out here once, you'll come out here again. So it's definitely worth it to come out here, check it out, check out a show, and just kind of come out and see what Limelight's all about.
For Midstate Magazine, I'm Taylor Hurnett.
Thanks, Taylor. I went to Limelight right when they opened. I believe it was around last year for the first time, and it was just awesome. The place is great. It's really open. It's very spacious. You can probably fit a couple thousand people in there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
It didn't even look that big when I saw it on the screen there.
Oh, you've got to go check it out. And I interned at Radio Peoria, actually, and I saw how it is in the back, and there's even more space in the back, and it's just super cool. It's a really nice facility here in Peoria. I love it.
That's awesome. It has to be like a nice alternative than having all of these events being hosted at the Peoria Civic Center.
Exactly. Is there anybody that you would want to see come to Limelight?
I think something that would be a little bit more low-key and more relaxing would be Ed Sheeran. Even though I feel like he'd be harder to get, but I think that'd be amazing.
Maybe just a tad.
But now let's check in with Kyle and Get Real.
Good evening, and welcome to Get Real. I'm Kyle Peck. 4 years ago, the following franchise that started in 2001 was rejuvenated to become a global phenomenon. But for others, it was a bittersweet goodbye. This week, it is my honor to review one of the most anticipated films of this year, Fast and Furious 7.
You thought this was going to be a street fight?
The film takes place after the events of Fast and Furious 6 and Tokyo Drift. Deckard Shaw, played by Jason Statham, seeks revenge against Dominic Toretto, played by Vin Diesel, and his family for Deckard's comatose brother.
You're damn right it is.
The fresh round of over-the-top thrills and bulky action sequences capture its clever and dynamic journey.
But increasing the emotional stakes is what will set this saga apart from any other movie.
The film also elegantly honors late actor Paul Walker, who plays Brian O'Connor at the heart of the Escapist series. His final on-screen role is both emotionally satisfying and heartbreaking. The heightened stakes, performances by the entire cast, direction by director James Wan, and the touching tribute to Paul Walker all make Fast and Furious 7 a great one last ride. I give the film 4 out of 5 stars. That's it for Get Real. I'm Kyle Peck.
Thanks, Kyle. You know, I myself have watched all of the movies. I still yet have to see this last one.
Okay.
But I have seen like the ending bits that have been shared on Facebook and social media.
You watched the ending without watching the movie first?
Well, I had to. I don't know, I'm just one of those people. But I have to say, there's like, and it's a tearjerker to watch that. I was a huge Paul Walker fan. Yeah. And there's like no better way that they could have ended that and have such a beautiful tribute to him.
And you can tell how important and how good of an actor he was because of how drawn people are to him. They feel really personal when they watch the tributes of Paul Walker. I didn't watch all the movies, but you can definitely tell that he was a great actor and a phenomenal person.
Oh yes, of course.
All right, well, it's time to check in with Emma this week on the Street Team.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. This week for Street Team, we're gonna see how well people know their Disney princesses.
Emma, what are you still doing here? You're gonna be late for the ball.
I'm not going to the ball. I'm hosting Street Team right now. Oh. I'm Emma Heth. Let's get started.
And can you name Jasmine's tiger from Aladdin?
Raja?
Something with an S, right?
Raja. Starts with the R.
I don't know.
Raja.
I knew that.
I have no clue.
Can you name Jasmine's tiger?
Who's Jasmine?
What is Sleeping Beauty's real name?
Aurora. I have no idea. I don't know.
Aurora.
Aurora.
No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Cindy.
What's the Little Mermaid's name?
Ariel.
Ariel.
I have no idea.
Ariel.
I thought it was Little Mermaid.
And what is Elsa's sister's name? Anna.
I don't know.
And what is the name of Elsa's sister from Frozen?
Anna.
Anna. Elsa and Lana.
What is Elsa's sister's name? Who is Ariel's prince? Prince Eric.
Prince Eric. No idea. I don't know. Can I guess?
Yeah.
Dan. I don't know.
Prince Eric.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Eric, dude.
Wow. And then real quick, can you name all 7 dwarves from Snow White?
Ooh, Doc. Angry. Smiley.
Drowsy.
Dopey.
Isn't Doc one?
I think that's about as far as I'm gonna get.
Doctor!
It's just Doc, though.
Yeah, I think I got a solid 3.
Yeah, that was good. 3 out of 7.
Go. For Midstate Magazine, I'm Emma Heth.
Thanks, Emma. Another great segment. segment there. But Melody, I think a lot of those guys need to brush up on their Disney princess skills.
I would agree.
Yes. That is very important because a lot of these dudes will probably have daughters within the next 10 years, and you got to know this stuff. They're going to be asking you questions.
Exactly.
Like, Dad, like who is...
Yeah, there's going to be Halloweens, Disney princess birthday parties, and you can't say you're going to have like an Aladdin-themed Jasmine princess party and have everyone look like Cinderella and then not even know the difference.
I feel like that would probably be a problem. What was your favorite Disney princess movie growing up?
Aladdin. I like Princess Jasmine. I thought she was so cool with her pet tiger.
Okay.
And it was just, I don't know, I just love that movie so much.
I really liked Ariel, Little Mermaid. I don't know why, redhead. I can't even explain.
But let's check in with Jalen and our special guest on State of the Arts.
Good evening and welcome to State of the Arts. I'm Jalen Cook. We have two returning guests tonight, the acoustic duo Mike and Carrie. They have played all over Peoria at numerous events and weddings. Mike, Carrie, welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
How are you two tonight?
We are doing great, actually, yeah.
Awesome, awesome.
Good day.
That's great. Well, what are you guys going to be sharing with us tonight?
Well, today we're going to do two songs for you. It's an acoustic song, obviously, because we are an acoustic duo. The first one is going to be a Sugarland song called Stuck Like Glue, which is nice since we are a married couple, so it kind of is fitting.
Right.
And then the second one we're going to do is Hey Ho by the Lumineers.
Okay. How long have you two been performing together for?
We have been performing about 8 years together, 8 or 9 years, I think.
Okay.
Yep, we started in 2006, and the show has evolved and grown, and so have we. It's just been a good time.
Awesome. Well, the stage is yours, so when you two are ready, take it away.
Great.
Absolutely no one knows me, I'm better. No one that can make me feel so good. How did we stay so long together when everybody said we never would? Just when I start to make things right, love has died. Playing all, making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. Playing all, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it one time? Playing all, pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in. And I know I'm gonna let you go, 'cause I'm stuck on you. Whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Yeah, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Sometimes I don't feel like trying. Sometimes, you know, I wanna give up. Well, it doesn't matter who's right, fight about it all night. I ain't enough, but you gave me that look. I'm sorry, baby, let's make up. Do that thing that makes me laugh, just like that. They all making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. They all making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it one time? They all pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in. And I know I'm gonna let you go, 'cause I'm stuck on you. Whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Yeah, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, you almost stayed out two stuck together from the ATL. Whoa, I'm feeling kinda sick. Or just a spoonful of sugar, make it better real quick. I said, whoa, what you gonna do with that? Whoa, coming over here with that sugar, sticky, sweet stuff. Come and give me that stuff. Everybody wants some melodies that get stuck up in your head. Whoa, up in your head. Whoa, together, said it's all I wanna do. I said, bring it on, making my heart beat again, heart beat again, heart beat again. Bring it on, making me feel like a kid. Won't you do it one time? There you go, pulling me right back in, right back in, right back in, and I know gonna let you go, 'cause I'm stuck on you. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Yeah, whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue. Whoa, whoa, stuck like glue. You and me, baby, we're stuck like glue.
Awesome. Well, that was great, guys. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks. Well, that's all we've got for State of the Arts. Tune in next week to hear more talent from the Peoria area. For State of the Arts, I'm Jalen Cook.
Thanks, Jalen.
So we just like to go ahead and apologize. It's come to our attention that we were on camera dancing. We were caught.
We were caught in the act.
Yeah.
I personally want to apologize to any people I might have offended or
that had to witness our terrible
terrible dancing.
But we tried. This isn't how we normally dance, but we were in the mood, and it just kind of happened.
Yeah, they sounded very catchy. I really enjoyed the sound of them.
Yeah, but switching gears, they sounded great. They were awesome.
They did. They were like a great duo. I don't know if they're married or not, but maybe they should think about it or something.
And the song, you're a fan of the song?
Yeah, I think it's a great song. It makes me feel like I should be in a meadow of flowers, like dancing around.
Well, it's perfect because it is spring, like we mentioned earlier.
So it's possible.
It's coming great.
Really possible for me to be able to do this.
Absolutely. So do you have any big spring activities coming up? Something fun that you want to do?
Not really. Mostly just hang out with friends and enjoying the sun and the lovely smell of flowers and how beautiful campus looks this time of year.
Oh, it looks wonderful. I mean, if you're in the area, definitely check out Bradley. It looks great right now. But that is all that we have for Midstate Magazine this week. Once again, I am your host, Ricky Hendon.
And I am Melody Mercado. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next week.